check the stream here. See.
Dang, I hope that woman comes in this stream.
You know yeah. Apparently we had a hater or something of some sort.
Of course we did.
Well, actually, it was more of a hater on Mr. Heisenberg because he was just kind of getting. I mean, he was very tired. You know, when we watched the eepisode at 3 a.m.
I had to work. I worked that day, so I was.
Yeah, so he was.
You know, funny enough, I actually watched that stream. Yeah, I think it was episode 2. Like, yeah, I remember seeing like people were like complaining for no reason. I'm like, bro, could you chill the hell out?
yeah, she was complaining because she was just like, I couldn't stand watching your reaction because of the guy on the left with his short pants sitting there going, you know, and he's just like, give the episode a chance, man. You Miss Shawn hater. It's like what? He wasn't even hating on Miss Shawn.
I'm a Shawn fan, and it's like, how do you expect him to like it? Like, come on, man.
I didn't hate the episode.
No, it just there was a lot of it just was slow. It was kind of how the way the episode
What I've said on the next day, I said, if you want to see me hate an episode, watch a Fear reaction. You'll see me full on hating.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what I always say, too, is that I'm like, especially like when I review stuff, and like, I review some of the latest spin-offs, which I think have been really good. People are like, oh, you just love everything, don't you? I'm like, obviously you're not watching my Fear reviews. I give episode the credit it deserves, at least what I think it deserves.
Right.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Plus, everybody disagrees, so, I mean, some people love stuff that other people don't like.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's life.
Yeah, we were just shocked to see that you kept giving every episode The Ones Who Live a 10 out of 10.
No, but...
Oh, yeah. Honestly, to clear that up, I'm not even joking. Like, I know people are probably going to say, really? That's what you give it? I'm not even joking. Yeah, like, I mean, unless 5 and 6 give me a reason to go lower, then obviously I will, but...
Right.
Absolutely.
I mean, people get on my... When I talk to people privately, and they'll go... You give every episode of Invincible a 10 out of 10. I said, well, Invincible is my favorite comic of all time.
Oh, man. You know what's funny? I can actually agree with that, too. Invincible's been on fire. Especially Season 2. Season 2 has been very, very good.
Sure.
It's better than the first season.
I gotta definitely check it out.
It's better than the first season.
That show, I actually have not seen it yet.
I recommend.
Right. Hey, take it from the man himself.
Other than I don't like how they're airing it this season, but that's about it.
Okay. Alright, let's see. Ooh, the stream is live. Low key, I'll share this to my server.
No, I mean, actually, every episode, I've been agreeing with your rating. Just episode 2 is probably the only one, but it's not much. I mean, I still gave it a high rating myself. I gave it an 8.5.
You like it more than I did.
I think, like, in terms of, like, an episode, I will say this. I don't disagree with the fact it's slower. Yeah, it definitely is a slower episode.
It's more on just the characters dying so quickly, you know.
I know the biggest one that pissed people off, like, at least, like, the one I've seen the most is Nat. Yeah, Nat, like... No, Nat was that pretty much. Yeah, I was gonna say Nat was a very 50. It was a very 50-50 on that scene overall. Yeah, that's what I noticed.
He was one of the better characters in that episode.
What's up, Rowdy? Welcome to the stream.
Hey, Rowdy. What's up, Rowdy?
Nat was one of the better characters.
I only have half of the first Invincible.
Oh, so you only watched the first half of season 2. Because they split up in 4 and 4 this year, and I don't like that.
I was going to say, that a lot of people are actually complaining about that.
I'm complaining about it, too. I didn't like how they're doing it.
Which I kind of agree. I mean, like, why are you splitting it up when it's not necessary?
4 and 4. No, they did it because the cliffhanger, I'll say, was fire.
The only thing I hope doesn't happen is that they don't do that to The Boys Season 4. I will be so upset if they do that. Yeah.
And I hope they cancel Gen V Season 2, but that's just me.
Preach.
Really like Nat. Yeah, I like Nat's character as well. You know, so he was actually one of the funnier characters in that episode. Besides Michonne.
But my favorite character is Pearl Thorne.
Gen V sucks.
Oh yeah, Thorne is a great character. Lots of layers to her character so far. Although I don't think she's surviving the season. I think she's going to be gone by the finale, if I had to predict. Yeah.
At first it was Okafor, and then they killed off Okafor in episode 1, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, bro got his head exploded. You see, like, speaking of The Boys, yeah, does that not feel like a scene of The Boys where the helicopter and blood explodes everywhere?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I actually just started on The Boys, actually, so I'm like in the very beginning of it with the first season. But I am loving it.
I have a feeling you'll love it.
Oh, I am loving it so far.
Especially, I think you would like Homelander like me. He's my favorite character.
Right.
Homelander's probably my favorite, and I know this sounds extreme, but hear me out. Homelander's probably my favorite, like, villain, like, new introduced villain in the last few years of TV. I agree.
Because Omni-Man's not a villain. He's more of an anti-hero.
Right.
That's true. Like, he's got, like, layers to him.
Yeah,
he's very 50-50, neutral kind of character.
I don't know how he could be almost when he freaking killed those people on that subway.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
I think you would like Invincible, especially especially that type of stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of shows, and I'm just not trying to do too many because there's so many that I'm reacting to right now, and I'm just not trying to overdo it. So I'm just trying to finish what I have before starting new ones, you know. Otherwise, I'll just get too lost with what I'm continuing, you know.
I think the one I'm the most excited for you to continue, because I've seen some of your reactions for it, is Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad, man, like, it gets so addicting after a while.
Oh, it does. I get into it, too. I get really into it. Oh. And it's getting to the better seasons, too, I heard, so it just gets more.
The best season is season 4. Best season is season 4.
Yeah, we definitely gotta do another one. This weekend, we'll probably do another one, I think.
And I think you should finish Game of Thrones, because I think because you're getting to the good seasons.
Right.
Other than the
I got a long way to go on Game of Thrones though. Breaking Bad, I'm already halfway through.
The ending sucks. That's what I tell people.
Oh, the ending of Game of Thrones is terrible, bro. Like
that's what I kept hearing.
Like, has anybody here? Because I know Matt. I don't know if I don't think Matt's been watching it, but like House of the Dragon season 2.
Oh my God, House of the Dragon season 1 is fantastic.
I mean, I did actually see the first episode of
Oh my God, it's fantastic.
House of Dragon.
It's fantastic.
So I'm definitely gonna watch season 2 for sure, but I definitely gotta react to season 1.
The problem is,
I'm gonna restart.
The problem is, I already know how it ends because I'm a book reader.
You know, the crazy thing is that it's like they released that trailer today. Yeah. I remember I was actually a little pissed off. I remember I react to like they call it the black trailer. And then I remember like an hour later, I just see, there's something called the green trailer. I'm like, okay, back to my camera. Lovely.
The green trailer.
That's a really unique way of advertising a season right there. Is like
especially because you got to choose a side.
Two sides. That's actually really cool.
Especially because you got to choose a side. I'm on the green side, but that's just me.
Right.
Yeah.
So, so to introduce everybody, obviously Rays, we got Mr. Heisenberg, we got Dan Reviews. Finally, we got him on, and MegaMatt. So they're here with us on the Thursday stream to have some
yes, sir.
discussions on The Ones Who Live. That's that Rick Grimes show that we are just loving up the gun so far.
The greatest spinoff.
Yeah, the best one, definitely.
It's my favorite so far. I hope it ends as good as I'm thinking it will.
I hope season 2 is good, because we're getting a season 2 to me, just because I feel like, how are you going to wrap this up in 2 episodes?
Right.
I agree, yeah. Especially with, like, he's only out of the CRM now. Like, he's just getting on the road in, like, the second to last episode. Yeah. There's definitely more for Rick and Michonne, not just these last 2. Ain't no way. Agreed.
Right. Agreed. Let me know, too. Can you guys hear him pretty good? I just curious to so, you know, just want to know if you guys can hear him pretty good. I just want to make sure.
Oh, yeah, I hear y'all good. Yep, I hear you guys perfectly fine, yeah.
Daryl Dixon.
Yep. Man, I think,
okay, cool.
I do think we're getting a trailer for Daryl season 2, probably after 106 The Ones Who Live, I think.
When is that coming out anyway?
I think it's summer.
I heard summer, but...
Yeah, I believe so. I heard talks of June, potentially.
But then we'll have months without Walking Dead, because there's only 2 shows this year.
Right.
That's the part that sucks, is that it's like, I mean, I get, like, you're doing, like, the summer release, but it's like, man, we're going to be bored in the fall.
I was like, there's only 2...
Dead City surprises us.
Because I don't think that's...
Maybe.
Daryl season 2 is hype? Yeah, definitely. I mean, because, I think Dead City will probably come in February, is my guess.
Dead City's the weakest spinoff that we have at the moment.
I mean, it is. It is.
I say at the moment, it's. I'm not saying to people. I'm not saying it's better than Fear, but at the moment,
I do agree. Like, it's one of those spinoffs that it's like I like it. Like, I like Negan's portion a lot and all that stuff. I think my only big flaw with that show so far is like Maggie just needs to get the hell over it.
You 100%. We couldn't agree with you more. We couldn't agree with you more. Yes.
I wonder what did Negan do in the 5 years after, because how good did she go from practically forgiving him in the series finale to now hating on him? And I said, what did he do in these 5 years?
He had to do something.
I think the showrunner for Dead City, which this is a really lame excuse, but apparently the showrunner for Dead City, like, didn't finish season 11 before writing that. But I'm like, bro, you should have had, like, some kind of early access or something.
I didn't even know that. Shit.
What's up, Jake? J Knight, 4 goats and 1 stream, 100. Yeah, damn straight.
I understood that he didn't watch it. Didn't watch season 11 just by the way it ended. Just by the way it was writing, how she said they're hating on him.
I think the only thing that could potentially save you in that is that you jumped ahead 5 years.
But what did he do in 5 years?
You can make that play.
I don't understand what he did in 5 years.
Right, that's the only thing I'm saying. Like, they should come up with something that explains why she's hating on him for that 5 years.
And her son is hating on her too.
Yeah, so I think that would kind of clear things up if they explain if something happened. That, you know what I mean? It would make it be like, okay, that makes more sense, rather than just jumping from the main to the spinoff and then being like, what, you know?
Well, it's like, I find it funny. It's like, literally, it's like, Negan, I can't forgive you, but I can move on. Nice, like, soft music in the back. You just got to Dead City, and it's like they're putting a knife at their throats. I'm like, oh, okay, that's a little jarring, but all right.
Yeah, definitely.
Poor Negan, he just simply exists, and everyone just wants to kill him all the time.
Oh, yeah, except that crazy lady, of course.
I think she has a thing for Negan. I think she wants to do nasty things with Negan.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of it. I'm sure of it. She wants to have that fun with him.
Oh, damn.
I mean, you can see it on her face, you know what I mean?
I think my, like, biggest problem with Dead City overall is that it's too darn far. Like, I don't know, like, what they're planning here, but it's like, Daryl and Ones Who Live are at least close in the timeline.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go over the timeline because, honestly, who even knows where it's at this point? Although, like, Dead City, it's, like, way up there. I'm like, why are you disjointing it so much?
Plus...
Yeah, I don't know why. That's a good...
I don't know how... Like, the Ones Who Live, I could see it tying into Daryl Dixon with the variant walkers.
Yeah.
Dead City, I don't know how they're going to tie it in with the Ones Who Live.
Well, yeah, because, like, does Rick make it home? And then you mean to tell me Beale just was like, I'll let Rick spend, like, about 5 years at home, and then I'll attack. It's like, wait, what?
Can you imagine he just talks to Rick, friggin' Beale, and he's just like, all right, Rick, you get to go home. But in 5 years, oh, boy, you better look out, because we're coming.
Yeah. 100%.
Or Beale tells him the Echelon briefing in episode 6 and then lets him go home. Because I think we're going to find out what this Echelon briefing is in season 1.
Yeah.
That's definitely the finale, if I had to predict. I do think the Echelon briefing is, at least in my, like, my eyes, I think that's going to end up being, like, a thing where they reveal, maybe that Beale started the apocalypse. Like, the CRM's behind it from the start. That could be something we find out, I feel.
I think it might have something to do with the Madame Janae from Daryl Dixon as well.
Yeah, like the connections. Yeah.
They could be tied together, maybe.
Yeah. It feels like, because how are they sending people from America in France? Madame Janae.
Yeah.
Because that's how they got Daryl.
Also, variants have made it to the U.S. I mean, we saw it once in season 11.
Season 11.
Yeah, man, not impossible.
But those season 11 walkers are the same walkers we saw in season 1.
Yeah, we did have a little bit of that. That's true.
Those are the ones from 102.
And then I think Sewer Walker's a variant in 105 of Dead City. I believe that's a variant there.
I see, with that one I'm torn on, because it's like, is it, or is it just morphed together after all these years?
Yeah.
That's true.
And there was gases in the sewers that...
Yeah, pretty much everyone hates Negan. Well, except the Negan lovers, of course.
People like me.
Yeah.
People like me.
I mean, I love Negan's character. He's funny as shit.
He's my third favorite, yeah.
He's my
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's up there for sure. Maggie, I kind of don't care for her character anymore, quite honestly.
You know what the sad truth is about Maggie is that I used to really enjoy her. I still do to an extent. Like, I don't despise the character, but it's like I'm at that point where I'm like, season 2 is the make it or break it. If she's still acting like that in season 2, she's kind of gonna fall off for me as a character.
I'm actually
Although if she gets better, then at that point I'm fine with it, I guess.
Yeah, I'm the same with you actually. I'm on that thin ice where it's like I'll give you one more chance in season 2, but if you're still doing it, then I'm not even gonna care anymore.
I've come to accept it. I've come to accept it.
But if she does a 360 and she finally just kind of gets off that hating train, then okay.
But she's been like this since season 7. I mean, I got season 7 and 8 being this way after he killed your husband right after. I mean, I'm a little more understanding, but...
Right. One of my favorite variants is the burner.
Oh, those are cool.
That's cool.
No, it looks like in the Ones Who Live, episode 5, we're gonna get a new variant. These stone walkers.
Man, I still think it'd be so cool if, like, at some point Rick manages to, like, somehow, like, pin this, like, tough, like, walker against Jadis or something. He, like, lures her into this, like, pit. And imagine Rick just stands there and watches her, like, just die by this, like, crazy walker that she can barely even defeat. And it's like, Rick stands there and gets full justice for the Winslow thing. That'd be so cool.
That would be a great full circle moment, yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you on that one, Jay Knight. Hope to see more of Maggie's kid, Herschel. The actor kind of sold me. He was pretty I think you meant to say good.
Yeah, he was good for his
especially for one scene in the finale of Dead City where he tells her off. That was the best part. That's where I actually liked him.
He was good for his limited amount of screen time.
So yeah, I hope we get to see more of him. That'd be great.
I want to see more Judith pretty soon, but that's just me. It might be
Wonder what the deal with the Stonewalkers is.
That's what I'm wondering. Those are probably a variant.
You know how
I'm thinking.
you really sell Ones Who Live in this fashion is that you get like a trailer for season 2, and you actually see Judith as like part of the cast at that point. That's how you really sell a second season.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I think, I think at this point, I mean, it's pretty, I mean, so many people want a season 2, so, I mean, it would be a crime not to do a season 2.
And the ratings are pretty good for it.
And I disagree with Deadwalker where he says, season 2 doesn't make any sense.
It makes sense, because I don't know how you're going to wrap this up in 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And it looks like episode 5 are not going to be in CRM. It seems like it'll be in the forest.
I kind of liked what you came up with, Dad, for the season 2 title.
What, the one who lived?
He came up with that title, The One Who Lived. If Michonne died.
If Michonne just dies, The Walking Dead, The One Who Lives.
No.
That would actually fit, quite honestly.
The one thing I don't really care about The Ones Who Live is Jada saying, you 2 together would survive. I'd be like, you got how much people in that military against 2 people? That's a really hard fight.
Right.
Man, you know what I find hard to believe is that the CRM would give a damn about a junkyard with people that speak, like, half English over here. Like, you mean to tell me Beale cares about that?
Right. Yeah, that one's a little bit like, okay, you kind of have to explain that one, Gimple. How did that
I don't know how he doesn't know about Alexandria, but he knows about the junkyard people.
That's true. We gotta try getting Dwight and Sherry. Yeah, agreed.
Dwight and Sherry for season 2. That would add like a crazy dynamic to Dead City because you could get Maggie off of freaking Negan's back, and then freaking like Dwight and Sherry would realistically still have unresolved issues with Negan. So when they come in, if you need like a conflict still, that would be it right there, and it would be understandable because think about what friggin' Negan done to Dwight. He took his wife, he friggin' burned his face, made him like his bitch pretty much, like. You would have all reason to hate friggin' Negan.
Right. Definitely.
That is true. Honestly, I'm telling you, have Maggie flip, like, the switch and literally just tell Dwight, like, I went down this path and it cost me half my time with my kid. Like, don't do the same thing. Like, you're going to lose so many years fixated on this.
Exactly.
Did Dead City explain what happened to his wife? Because that's the one thing I was asking. I'm like, where did his wife go? Because I forgot about some of that dialogue.
I think she ran away.
Yeah, that's what I.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
Or I thought these prisoners killed or hurt them, and then then Negan killed them. That's why he's wanted in New Babylon.
So the guys laid a beat down on his wife, and then I think she took the son and ran, and then we don't know anything after that.
I mean, I know it sounds dark, but I still say this, like, to this day, honestly. Like, season 2, if you get the actress for Annie back, do a flashback. I think that would actually really hit.
Sure.
Oh, if you actually show that, yeah.
Maybe, like, an opening scene, because you don't want to waste time with the whole episode, but it's like an opening scene.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I mean, even if, since you didn't do it in season 1, you can still do it in season 2. You know what I mean? You could tie it back to, like, you know, maybe he's having a nightmare or something like that. You know, and you could have.
I don't think Negan gets nightmares.
You know, or I don't know. I mean, you could do something that it's a very traumatic moment, and then they show the flashback to kind of explain like what happened.
Negan causes nightmares. He doesn't have them.
What's up, Walker Dad? Welcome to the stream, by the way.
What's up?
Oh, man. Well, I know one thing for darn sure. If they, if they want to elevate Dead City, they got to do a few of those suggestions at least, because you can't have season 2 be Maggie, like, even more mad at him, trying to kill him. Like, that's going to get tiring.
Yeah, it will. It will.
I think my favorite part of season 2 will be the Negan parts. I think those will be the parts I'm sitting there the most entertained.
Let's see here. Wouldn't be the first time that they have a new title for a season. Cough, cough. Look at Carol. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's the one thing.
That's the And what is season 3 going to be called? Like, what are they going to call that one? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know at this point.
The Book of Carol and the Return of Judith. And the Return
I mean, are we going to add more to this title, or are we going to start? I mean,
what if they add Judith to season 3 of Daryl Dixon, and then they put after the Book of Carol, the Return of Judith?
I just forget to mention dog. It's like The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, The Book of Carol, and dog.
Oh Lord, somebody's got to do better than that. It feels like episode 6 is gonna fully build up Neil's character with, echelon briefing, and that will go into season 2. Season 1 is mainly just focused on the death of Rick Michonne. Yeah, that makes sense.
I think the echelon briefing is gonna be about the origins of the Walkers. So they're doing Nellstone that Robert Kirkman never wanted.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. But you kind of had a feeling that was going to happen because Robert, he just kind of stepped away from Walking Dead. So
he's focusing right now on his other baby, Invincible.
Right.
Because don't you know he's one of the creators of the TV series Invincible?
Yep. Also the comics as well back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, The Book of Carol, The Ballad of Dogs, season 3. Oh my gosh.
And then season 4, they're adding another character.
No, don't.
And the amazingness of Isabel.
No, jeez.
Just stuff like
I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna have to shorten these darn titles for when I eventually review this. Ray, you're probably gonna have to do the same thing. Honestly, it's like, man, I can't put all that in a title. YouTube only lets like 100 some letters.
I'm gonna have to start putting it in short terms. You know what I mean?
The Book of Carol reviews, season 2, episode 1, whatever the fuck the title is. Review.
Or just call it Daryl Dixon.
No way, I'm typing that in one thing every time. Oh my god.
Or just keep Daryl Dixon, because I think people are so used to Daryl Dixon.
BOC, Book of Carol. Okay, there you go. See, that works.
Or just keep Daryl Dixon. Or just keep Daryl Dixon, because people still know it as Daryl Dixon. I don't think people are going to be calling it the Book of Carol. They're going to keep calling it Daryl Dixon.
Or just say Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, season 2. Boom.
I haven't even called it the Book of Carol. I just call it Daryl Dixon.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have even been mad if you have no choice but to put Carol's name in there, if that's like a must, it's like just Walking Dead Daryl Carol. Like, it's like, I don't know.
Right. Honestly, that would make it more simple.
I just hated the Book of Carol.
What book is that?
Who is coming up with these names? I mean, it's the same thing with the titles of these episodes. Like,
Days.
You know what I mean?
Years.
Like, he could do better.
Gone.
You know?
Bye.
What, bro? Like, I still don't get it.
And then episode 5, become.
It just doesn't make sense. Like,
Man,
what?
I feel like a 3-year-old could come up with something better. Man, look, I enjoy the show, don't get me wrong, but the titles are like, just, no, they are not it.
Title game is weak, yeah.
I think the only good one was episode 6, I think.
What is it called again? Because I keep forgetting the name of it.
I keep forgetting it as well, actually.
I think that was the last time.
Yeah, it is the last time.
The last time. That's an okay.
That's better.
That's probably the better one out of all of them, quite honestly.
No, I'm fine
years.
with episode 1 being called just years.
But I would have preferred it to be.
Years was good.
I just think years gone by would have fit better, but yeah, years
that would have been better.
fine.
But just years doesn't offend me as much as
Right.
episode 3. Bye.
Yeah.
Like,
Bye.
It's like, bye what? Like, you're leaving the CRM, like, okay, I think you're going to come up with something better than that, but yeah. Sure.
Right. Oh, clearly.
A lot of people were getting mad at me at the end of episode 3. I said, how did they live jumping off the plane? Then I looked at episode 4. I said, yeah, they landed in water. I understood that, but if it's above 80 feet, you're still going to die.
Right. So that means they had to be just below 80
But
feet.
it didn't look like it in the episode.
No, not really.
I feel like they low-key knew that, too, and that's why they're just like, okay, we'll just skip past that. We'll just have them go right to the building.
I got over it, but I was just for a second. I mean,
Yeah. Some people made it a big deal, and it's
I
like,
didn't give a
whatever.
crap. I really
It's
didn't-
entertainment.
I really didn't care.
I mean, they got shit on as well.
I mean, it looked cool. It looked cool. That's all I give them. It looked cool.
You know the moment where I have to, like, kind of just sit back and be like, bro, like, is this seriously a flaw? I've literally seen reviews of people that sit there and they're like, you know, I can't give this episode a 10 because Jadis, she only had one fry and then threw them in the garbage. I'm like, that's considered a flaw these days? Are you serious?
That's a nitpick right there. At best, that's a nitpick.
Yeah, 100%.
Or I remember when one person said in season 11 when a character teleported away.
Right. Oh. Oh yeah, I think that was epic.
I think it
That
might have
was
been
that was epic. He was bitching about the what's her name?
Leo.
Leah, teleporting. How does she tell? She cannot teleport like that to escape the Commonwealth.
Man, I didn't care. No, I
I mean, when is he not complaining? But yeah.
But I mean, no. But then I've heard other complaints too that they're mad that Pearl Thorne changed so much
Right. Yeah.
between
Yeah.
1 and 3, and I was like, she was told the echelon briefing. It has to be something serious for making her to change like that.
Right.
Well, she changed.
That's why I think the echelon briefing, when we eventually find out, it's going to be some heavy stuff. It's going to be that game-changing thing Gimple's been talking about that makes you look at the franchise in a different light once you know about it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think it's gonna give you some where you're like, is the CRM so wrong? For some people, like what they do.
People.
That would be an interesting way to play it out. Like, you're actually sitting there, like, between season 1, season 2, and you're just like, man, is that actually totally, like, the wrong way to go about it? Nah, that'd be crazy.
I like villains like that, though. I like villains like that.
Yeah, I agree with you though. I don't think we're done with Beo's character. I do believe
They did
there'll be
nothing
more.
with him, so they've done nothing with him so far.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be more with this character. That's why season 2 makes sense.
I think Jadis is gonna die.
Or do you guys, or do you guys think that they'll just make another spinoff? I mean, which one do you see more likely? Because I mean, I was kind of leaning more towards another spinoff, but maybe a season 2 might make sense more.
So technically, it can still be a season 2, unless if
In a
they
way.
kill one of the characters. And I think most likely
To
they
me,
kill.
it's like, season 2 feels like one of those type of scenarios where it's like, just do that, because, like, I don't know if maybe this is just my thoughts on this, but, like, I feel like if you do another spin-off revolving around the same story, it's like, oh, man, like, that's a lot, man. It's kind of chaotic.
Yeah,
Agreed.
that's what I'm saying.
So far, this is my favorite.
Though I'm pretty sure they're probably going to do another spinoff. I'm sure they probably will.
Yeah,
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
I'm
yeah,
sure
we already
they
know
will.
we're getting more tails.
Yeah, more Tales, which who knows when the hell we're going to get that.
I hope it doesn't come out.
Can you change that title is my one request.
I hope it doesn't come out.
You hope they change the title?
Yeah.
More tales.
I like
More
anthology
tales,
shows,
okay.
but I like anthology series.
I'll give them one more chance with that,
I'll give them 0.
and that's it.
I'll give them 0.
And that's it. And if you frick it up that time, I'm not gonna have any hope
If
for
they
any
give
others.
me like a time travel episode, I cannot give you another chance.
Man, you know what? I'll actually say I'm kind of like, I'm 50-50 between both you guys. This is kind of what I'd say about it. It's like, I'm going to try it, but it's one of those where it's like, man, that first season burned me, man. Like, that season was,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm willing to give it another chance only because they were talking that they wanted to actually do what fans wanted. That's the only reason why I would give it that chance. But but at the same time, I'm on thin ice with it as well. If they frick it up again, I just
And I was more excited for that than Daryl Dixon.
Right.
Originally, because I was like, dang, an anthology series, you could do more origin stuff. I was like, that's a cool idea, but then I didn't get that, so I was like...
You know what's funny? I'm actually, like, one of those people that, like, is kind of, like, sitting there with that show, and I'm like, it's not even because we didn't focus on Walking Dead characters. Yeah, I would have rathered, but it's like, I'm kind of in that situation where it's like, you can give me a story of, like, a new group of characters, just make them good, man.
Yeah,
That's the
I
problem.
agree with that. That's the one. I'm on that.
Make it meaningful. I mean, it felt like all those characters didn't mean nothing.
Especially got that time travel episode.
Yeah.
You can't tell me episode 6 had a point to it. They literally just died at the end.
Yeah.
Or episode 2.
I mean, the only solid one that was actually decent was episode 1. I mean, that one was enjoyable. But
I think episode 4 was okay.
Episode 3 with
Alpha.
Alpha. That one just made the timeline more confusing.
No, it broke the timeline.
That one's a walking plot hole, that episode.
No, it broke.
Yeah.
It broke the timeline because
'cause
Alpha formed the Whispers in season 10, but it claims and tales there was already the Whispers before she existed.
Yeah.
So
I don't
technically,
even understand why they didn't just have a moment where it's like you see her and like Lydia learning to do the guts trick for the first time, and then it's like you do a montage, you see them like as they meet Beta for the first time. You get this cool moment where she narrates it, and you're like, oh, that's how that connects. And then they're out there in the world surviving. Beta's with them. Then the leader shows up. Like, at that point, I'd be fine with it.
True.
yeah, it broke season 10 for me because it's like they showed you she already knew the gut stuff when she met Beta, and that was in season 10.
Right.
The mask stuff that she put the Walker mask, that was in season 10, episode 2.
Actually, that's also true, because it's like, I remember season 9, episode 10, there was like this shot where she was like, put it on or whatever, and it's like the mask, and then they're just wearing the blood again, and I'm like, it's so confusing.
Yeah.
What's up, bud? Chinko, welcome to the stream, by the way. To go back on your earlier comment, this is not a giveaway stream. I don't know where you got that idea. I figured I'd mention
It's
that.
probably because he's repping Walking Dead stuff.
No, I don't know. You got your gift card, so you're good. So you're good.
Yeah. And then I heard they also were thinking of making an Aaron and Gabriel spinoff too.
Man, you know, the thing is with that one, I'd be down for it as long as the writing is good, but it's like, man, like,
Right.
I don't know. It has to be good, because I'm at that point where it's like, I like what we have. I don't want it to become too many shows where it's like a lot going on, but yeah.
I want quality over quantity.
Yeah, exactly. Like I already know we're probably gonna get a season 3 of Dead City. Like that's fine
if it's good.
I mean, I can already bet on that. What do you guys think?
I mean, when Lauren Cole's
I agree. Because I think it's like, didn't Lauren say, don't quote me on it, but didn't Lauren say something about like 4 to 5 seasons?
Like,
3, 4,
she
5.
did.
Yeah, she did.
She went all the way up to 5.
And Norm Maritta's talked about 4 for Daryl Dixon.
I just laugh at Deadwalker because he's just over there just like, he's like, it's not going to get season 3. I said, okay, you want to bet me on it?
Well, he said the same thing about Dead City getting a season 2.
And then he goes, yes, I'm going to bet you $50. I said, okay, how about this? I'll bet you 100, and I bet you will get a season 3. I said, that's how confident I am that it's going to get a season 3. I said, I know I'm right.
But it's going to happen. No, he said the same thing for Dead City season 1. He said it will not get a season 2.
And here it is. And then Norman came out and said 3 and 4, and he goes, well, he's probably just saying that to hype up fans. I'm like, really? I'm like, are you stupid? Come on.
And they're working on season 3 right now.
Like literally, I think it was Norman. He said that in an interview recently. He's just like, no confirmation, no nothing. He's just like, yeah, we're going back to a film season 3 pretty soon. I was like, oh, bro, what?
and he confirmed 4 as well, by the way, with the fan. Because
that's true. Yeah,
he did because he took a picture on X, and she said so excited, can't wait to see your season, the second season of you, and then he goes, and 3 and 4. So he just confirmed.
Doesn't even need like a renewing system. He's just like, I will get as many
Plus,
seasons
Norman
as I
Reedus
want.
is a producer of Daryl Dixon.
Yeah, he's a
the
producer.
king of the
So
franchise, bro.
right,
Yeah,
so
just
he's
do
a
whatever he
producer.
says.
Yeah, he's a producer. So if he's coming out and saying 3 and 4, it's like, yeah, it's gonna happen. I mean,
Andrew Lincoln and Denai Guerrera are showrunners of The Ones Who Live.
right. So they got more say than you think.
The Ones Who Live has 3 showrunners. It has
Yeah.
Scott M. Gimple, Denai Guerrera, and Andrew Lincoln are all showrunners.
Right. Gimple will literally do anything for ratings. This city is most definitely getting a season 3. Oh yeah, without a question. I mean,
The Walking Dead isn't dead, so
I just hope that season 2 has a more interesting plot to continue on, because, you know, it's got to be more compelling, because otherwise, not a lot of people may not come back for season 3. So you really gotta, that story really needs to be more.
honestly, I care
like,
more about the new
bring me
Babylon
in.
stuff than this freaking Dama, the freaking, what was that guy's name? I keep forgetting his name for a second. Oh,
Yeah.
the Croat. I cared more about the new Babylon, so I'm like, I want to know more about them.
Right.
I think the problem with Dead City is that it's like, think about it, you got Ones Who Live, that's like a necessary series, that's like sequel content right there to the main series.
Yeah.
Like Daryl, you got like the Walkers in France and all that. And he's just got Dead City, which, like I said, I enjoy it, but it's like, it's one of those where it's like, we're just stuck on like past content, like old Savior stuff, Maggie's old trauma, like it's all past stuff.
Right.
Agreed, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They need to kind of give it some spice, you know. They need to give it some kick, or bring it into a better direction, I should say. That would kind of make it a little bit more purpose.
The problem, well,
you know?
if The Walking Dead keeps making all these spinoffs, I don't want to get to the Marvel's problem of too many content, where you almost,
Right.
it just
I'd
doesn't
rather you just make another season of that show or something like that, and make it tie in to whatever you're trying to tell.
give me less, but I want to be like,
Yeah.
when I watch Walking
That's
Dead.
why I'm okay with these less episodes, because these are quality episodes, so they're more entertaining to watch. You know.
If I get one,
I'm actually like, I'm a defender of the idea that like you should do like multiple like shows and have less episodes than do like the main show with like 16 episodes, 20 some episodes, and it's like you get some filler in there.
Yeah.
I'm fine with one filler episode, but when you get about in the main series, you had about 6, 7. Season 11 had more than that because it was 24.
Yeah.
Filler episodes.
Yeah, it's a little ridiculous.
Yeah.
Particularly the Reapers. Like, that whole storyline was borderline filler.
That
Oh, you
was
mean
filler.
Mario? Yeah.
Yeah, Mario.
Mario.
no, I
Yeah,
just
Maggie's
have no
big
idea when
bad
or
that
where
she
we
did
get into
nothing, didn't even see
Oh
him.
no, I'm not doing a giveaway right now. No, that one I'm waiting for a bit for the next one. The 3K one is the next one, but it's still a bit. We got Walking Dead shows for the next decade, probably. Yeah. Dan pretty much kind of gave it in his video. He said when he's in his 50s, and he's not anywhere near his 50s, so.
Oh yeah, bro. I was about to say, like, really, I'm nowhere near that, man. I feel like I'm gonna be here for a while.
How old were you when The Walking Dead started?
How old was I when Walking Dead started?
Yes.
I think it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I'm not even joking, boys. It's literally like I was like 12 years old. I remember I was 9 years old when I started watching it. This was like before season 4 happened, and then I remember season 7 before Negan, like the whole Negan thing happened. I remember I was like, why don't I just create a channel and try to do some theory videos on who Negan killed? And then 8 years later, here we are.
Like that's.
Yeah, I was about.
Like I say, Walking
12,
Dead's
11, 12 or 11.
Walking Dead has been around for most of our lives.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's like people always say, like, especially like when I review Fear, it's like, Dan, you look so miserable, like, talking about that. Like, why don't you just quit? It's like, I don't know, man. You're 9 years old, like you know, watching it. It's like you kind of pretty much regardless of what they do, I'll be watching.
It's the same thing people tell me to quit watching Marvel movies, and I say, man, it's hard because I've been a Marvel superhero fan since I was 5, 6 years old. I mean,
right.
It's like asking me to stop living. It gets hard.
Yeah. Let's see here. Dead City's great, but it needs a purpose. Facts.
Yeah.
Also, less means very big budget. Facts. Usually more More likely.
It doesn't always mean that.
More than not, I would just say
Okay,
that.
I'm gonna say this. Look at X-Men the Animated Series. If you've never seen it, Season 5 had less episodes, but the animation was cheaper.
No. Okay, depends on the show.
That's...
There. For the main series, filler was a big problem because for 16 episode seasons, you could watch 1, 8, 9, and 16 and immediately know the whole plot.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, facts.
I agree with that
You're
one.
not wrong on that one.
I mean, I like character episodes, but not every episode being a freaking...
Glad they clean house when it comes to Bad spin-offs. Agreed, Rowdy. Agreed.
I like a character episode when it's done right. I mean, literally, this past weekend was an example of one. I'm usually not a fan of like an episode where you've got like just characters talking in one location. Although somehow episode 4 actually blew me away. So I was like, oh, see, that's a good example.
Yeah, but these are characters you haven't seen
Even
talk
Jerry
in a long
Tate.
time.
Even Jerry Tate thought this was like a fantastic episode, which I was. His review was pretty good.
I'm
I
the
agree
same
with
way.
it.
I don't like characters just talk the whole episode, but these characters you haven't seen them talk together like this in years. So I think we were waiting for this episode.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like if anything, this is the most needed one because if not, Rick would just be like full CRM mode. So
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he was brainwashed pretty much for the first chunk of the season there, and Michonne had to,
Snap
make
him
him
out of
see
it.
the light again.
Yeah, I had to snap
This
him out.
episode, I like how it ended happily, because you know it ain't gonna last.
No.
They're gonna be broken soon again.
Right.
it's actually like sad, man, because it's like this season, like it's gonna end in an emotional way. The question is how. That's
Especially because at the end of season 11, they destroyed the Alexandria set.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, I don't know how they're ever going to be able to show that or, like, ever indicate what happened there.
I got 2 predictions for the ending. Either Alexandria is getting completely totaled, or they're going to go all out and kill Michonne off. And I feel like it'll be at Beale's hand if that is how it goes down.
Ooh, that's...
Because right now they think
That's
Rick's
interesting.
dead, but I think Jadis knows Rick is not dead. She's like, yeah, you didn't kill him.
Exactly.
There's just a lot, Walker. There's
Jadis-
just a lot. There's a lot of messages, so I'm trying to like.
Jadis is smart.
Let's see. Season 2, we could see Morgan come into the folds, or maybe season 2, the ones who live.
No, I think Morgan's going to be in
Maybe
episode
general.
5. I think he's the
He
guy in
might
the
be.
hood.
Yeah,
I
he
think
might
he's
be in
the guy in the
episode
hood.
5. So
I think he's the guy in the hood. I think that's Morgan.
I think, and I hope it is, because that'd be awesome. Quite honestly.
I don't think they're hiding Jadis in the hood in episode 5. I think they would show him
Right.
straight up. Because Rick knows she's in
my
that.
take here, I mean, like I said, I don't despise this character. I don't have much of a problem with this character, but everybody keeps telling me, like, oh, I'm telling you, it's going to be Silas from World Beyond. I'm like, can it not be, man? I want Morgan, someone with a bit more substance.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm gonna be a little bit sad if it's one of those characters.
I like World Beyond, but
Oh, yeah,
it's
that's
the most
Silas,
pointless spinoff to watch.
Yeah.
No.
It's one of those where it's like, don't even show me like somebody in like a long coat like that and like give it a mystery if it's just Silas. Like, honestly, just let me be surprised.
Right.
I don't want to go to Portland. I don't want to see Hope, Iris, any of those characters again.
Yeah, I agree with your episode titles there, Walker Dead. Years gone by, reunited once again, New World Order, conflicted, fight for it, the last call. Nah, that's not bad.
Reunited once again actually makes sense too, because that is technically not a spoiler too, because you can actually do that with episode 1's knowledge. So yeah, that's true.
I heard a really
not
cool
bad.
title. It was one of the guys in Dan's comments for the finale, and he called the finale "Get Up and Go to War," which would be a callback to Rick's grandfather. I think that would be amazing.
That would
That'd
be
be sick.
I also
That's
like
actually not bad.
I think New World Order sounds good for a finale as well.
Yeah.
That's true, because they never used that before.
That's true, yeah.
Because the CRM is the biggest military in the world that we've seen so far.
Definitely.
The CRM makes the Commonwealth look small.
Yeah. 104 is probably the best episode in terms of character episodes. Yeah. I agree.
Definitely.
Episode
In
1's
terms
just
of like just a character episode, like I remember like people were out there comparing it. It's like, which I don't know why people are comparing this, but to each their own, I guess. Like I've heard people say like, oh yeah, 104 ones who live or 601 of fear. I'm like, really?
601. Okay. No, not even comparable. If you want to do season 3, it might be more of
Maybe.
a maybe that's better. Season 6, no. Season 6 is okay at best.
That's what I'm saying, man, because it's like, yeah, sure, fine. The first few episodes, yeah, pretty entertaining, but it's like, as soon as you kill John Dorie, you go down that rabbit hole, that second half, oh, man, it falls apart at times.
Oh, it
the
does.
back
And
half is
then the
rough.
shit
Although,
episode with
I always stick up for this character, and that's Teddy, because of the damage he causes. I mean, heck,
Yeah.
freaking in the Ones Who Live intro, you see the freaking nuclear symbol over the state of Texas. I like that
Yeah.
they acknowledge that too. Good attention to detail.
Yeah.
I've said this. Fear Season 6 is the best season that the new showrunners did.
Definitely.
Yeah, you know why? It's because they had some ghost writers.
The Ghost Riders.
Yeah, I think it was David Alpert, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
Yeah, it was David Albert. I heard that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they actually had a retcon season 6 because they got 4 episodes in, and the screenwriters watched it and they said it was god awful.
Someone
They said they had
told
to
me that it was.
re-scrap it and restart
Someone
over.
told me that it was fake, and then I said, but then watch season 7 and 8 that the showrunners did right. Those are two of the worst seasons.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's funny? I've heard concepts. I forget where this was, but of an original 601 of Fear. And apparently the whole episode was going to be Morgan walking around injured. Ginny was going to, like, lock all of Texas somehow. Like, the whole state was going to be locked down. And Morgan was just going to be injured, preaching, oh, we have to forgive. We got to leave boxes on the road still. Like, apparently that was the original draft of that episode.
What the hell? Yeah, that sounds about right, quite honestly.
There's a whole lot. All right, season 8. This is what makes me believe it.
Because it took them longer to do season 6, so that kind of tells you that they were set back.
No, you can't just blame that. They started filming pretty soon. It was supposed to come out in summer,
Yeah.
but because of the pandemic, they couldn't start filming again, and they didn't finish episode 8.
Oh, shit.
That is why we didn't get episode 8.
Didn't they return, like, I think they came back, and didn't they immediately kill John? Like, it was like his death scene that they came back for?
The first day of filming,
Oh, here you go.
they killed.
Apparently,
John Dorie.
602 was gonna have Victor get drunk and locked in Lawton.
I heard about
That sounds like
yeah,
Victor
it was just
Strand,
going to be a
That
drunk
fits
Strand episode.
Oh,
I mean,
That
you
fits
know,
his
it's funny,
character.
you
That
low-key
fits
kind
his
of had
character.
that in 715 when he's just stumbling around drunk somehow and carrying
that fits his
See,
character.
and this would
You
make
know, drunk,
sense.
Going in the friggin' raft, and you got him like sitting there. He's
And
like,
he calls
"I'm
himself
not gonna
Anton
go.
in that
I'm
episode.
not gonna go."
Yeah,
Yeah.
this makes sense. Probably why they had to re-scrap season 6 and start from scratch.
Yeah, then in that episode, they'll call Strand, and 602, they'll call him Anton,
Yeah.
drunk.
Anton.
He's just going around saying, like, my name's Anton. He's like,
Dude,
yeah,
that-
well,
that-
even if you are Victor
yeah.
Strand, I can forgive you. No, I am Anton. I'm like, okay, bro, whatever you say.
Did that episode 807 that or yeah
It's
807 that was a god awful episode. Oh my god.
I remember,
terrible.
I think I watched your reaction, I think, when that came out. Yeah, like, I remember you did not look impressed, which I can back you up on that. My goodness.
I can't stand this.
He was
character.
nicer. He was nicer than me. I
I
started.
cannot stand
I got
this
so
character.
angry.
I remember I reviewed it. I remember I had, like, that, like, occasional few comments that people were like, you're just hating on the show. I'm like, you're darn right. When they give me episodes like that, I do.
When they ruined my favorite.
The real question is, how do those people like that? Like, seriously, the writing is god awful.
They ruined my favorite character.
Like, how can you accept what they're giving you?
They ruined
It's
my.
shit.
Every time I bring it up, they ruined my favorite character, Troy. Like, Troy was one of my favorite characters. And they just ruined him.
They did.
I'm so happy they didn't ruin Nick, though. Because Nick left too soon. He left soon enough, they didn't ruin him.
Oh, like, how much you willing to bet they would have ruined him, too, though?
Yeah.
If he would have stayed, like, yeah, he would have started doing some dumb stuff.
Yeah, they
That's
ruined-
why. That's why I didn't. That's honestly. That's I was telling fans that too. I was just like, they don't. That when they were like, yeah, we need to bring Madison back. She'll save it. I said, no, you need to get rid of the damn showrunners. That's the only way you're gonna save it. You bringing
that was
back
too-
these
no,
characters.
Even get new
know.
showrunners, it's too late.
Yeah,
It was
well,
already
that
too
too.
late.
Yeah,
It
the
was already
Titanic
too
is
late.
sinking. You
It
can't
was
save
too
the
late.
sinking ship. It's already
was too
halfway
late.
under. You know.
It was too late. After season 5, I'll give you.
Right.
You probably still could have saved it then. But by 7, it was already done.
Yeah.
Damage was done.
Right.
You just cancel it.
But bringing back Madison, that was a terrible idea because now you made me kind of hate her character now. I could give a shit to see her again. quite honestly. Alicia.
Please don't bring Madison back.
Alicia,
you know
same
what's good
thing.
for you, you'll keep her gone.
Yeah, Alicia, same thing. I could give a shit to see
I
her
wish
again
Okafor went back to Los Angeles, dropped another bomb in L.A., and you just wiped them off the face of the show.
You just find out, like, Beal has, like, secretly watched Fear. He's just like, man, yeah, I heard there's some stragglers going on there down in L.A. Yeah, I'm going to do a quick mission. Be right back.
Especially Tracy. Especially Tracy, one of the worst characters I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Where she literally, because Troy lies and says, yeah, Alicia's her mother. And Madison just believes it. Not like Troy lies.
I love the back and forth. Though. It's like he's like, yeah, no, that's it's not really my daughter. And then it's like, oh, wait a minute, it is. And then, but maybe it isn't. I'm like, bro, you writers suck. Oh my god.
I know.
And they brought back the Padre guy just to die 10 minutes later.
They saw how much like people were hating it. And Ian and Andrew were probably just sitting there like, you know what? Fuck you guys. We're just going to ruin it there for you. There you go.
And they bring back the Padre guy for 10 minutes just to kill him off.
2 seconds later.
It's one of the funniest scenes right there for me because of how, like, downgraded the character was. You have, like, Troy, who's, like, this total badass in the third season. He's a total gangster. You get to, like, season 8. By 8-11, he's, like, running away from this idiot Crane. He's, like, scared of Crane. I'm like, you're meaning to tell me that Troy is scared of this guy, Crane, who is, like, one of the biggest friggin' losers on the whole show. Like, what the heck, man?
Yeah, and then gets killed by Madison in the shittiest way ever.
No, he didn't get killed by Madison. He got killed by a walker.
Troy. No, I mean Troy.
Troy. I thought you were talking about Crane. I said, no, he got killed by a walker.
No, then Troy gets killed by Madison in a shitty way. I prefer his death in season 3. That was more badass. Way better of a death in season 3.
Yeah, where he was shocked.
Yeah, where she sat there and just hit him twice, and that was the end of it. That was way better because he stood there and took it like a man.
And drowned.
He didn't sit there and cry and be like,
and drowned.
And then say, Alicia is my mom. Or whatever.
Tracy's mother.
Tracy's mother. I'm like, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
I like how it's like Alicia literally just looks at Madison as if she's stupid, which she is. So she's like, I never had a kid. I'm like, yeah, because you've been out of the loop because you're elsewhere in your life, not worrying about this stupid show.
Did you hear this? I remember this when it aired, and there were people say, Alicia saved the finale, and I watched it. I was like, for 2 minutes of screen time, it was pointless to me.
I didn't want her back, quite honestly. I didn't care to see her again.
What did she add in that episode?
I really didn't. They killed her character for me when she left that final episode. I didn't give a shit to see her again, quite honestly.
I talk about, and then they named the Padre to Madre.
Yeah.
I like how they literally go out of their way to like make it extra dumb. It's like, yeah, you mean to tell me Madison gets like killed, quote unquote, and you got like Tracy that like dug her out of the rubble or whatever? I'm just like, yeah, okay, I'm checking out.
It would have been better if that was Alicia that saved Madison. That would have been better.
That would it would have made more sense.
It would have given her a purpose to be in the episode.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, it's nothing on the actress. It's just that the writing was just so bad. I don't care to see her again.
Plus, the actress said she never wants to be on another zombie show ever again.
Yeah. And I get it. She did it for the fans. Respect to that.
I like that. That's fine.
I respect that, but at the same time, it's like, But
I'll give credit where credit is due to the actress, not the writing. I don't give a frig about that.
Right.
The actress. All right, good on you. Yeah, and I remember I even mentioned that in the review. I was like, that's good that you did that because honestly, the finale would have been a 0 out of 10 low-key without that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that episode. Yeah, the actress. I think I never had an issue with the actress. I mean, she's just doing her job, but I always had issue with the writing.
Yeah.
No, like, I don't know if you guys will agree with this, but like the Alicia actress, even when it was bad, I can't say she was ever like doing a bad job. Mm-hmm. Kim Dickens, though, man, I'm not gonna lie, in like 8B, it was cringy watching some of those performances. Oh my goodness.
She made me hate her character with that stupid breathing thing, like you stated. When you were hating on that, I was like 100%. I can't stand that shit. That was.
Even
like
Lenny
one of those
James,
times where it's
when
like,
he
I
was
remember,
bad.
What was it? Like, she like, yeah, it was like the Charlie scene. She freaked out, and then I remember she takes a pause real quick to take a breather and just goes right back to the rage mode. I'm like, what is going on?
Oh yeah.
Morgan, let me save you.
You know, oh, thank you, Bubba CMT. Appreciate it. Thank you for becoming Ray's trainee. Thank
Morgan,
you. Much love.
Morgan, let me save you.
Yeah. They actually made me hate Madison's character, and that's actually sad, quite honestly, because I liked her character. But after season 8,
She was even fine in 4. I thought she did a good job in 4.
But after season 8, I just was like, I'm sorry, but I don't like your character anymore. I really don't.
I don't like most characters on the show.
You made me hate your character. I can't stand it.
After they ruined Daniel, that's when I was like, nobody should come back because they're gonna ruin every character.
Right.
You know what's funny? I think the moment I was done with Victor, I mean, I was done with Victor in like season 7 because like the whole like baby thing and all that. But like, what just like was the cherry on top of the crap cake, low key, was like in season 8B, you just got him. He's clearly dating a guy named Frank, but he's like sitting there, he's like, yeah, Flonk and Klaus. I'm like, I am so done, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
And the kid's name was, and they freaking,
100%.
And he's,
I actually didn't mind Victor in season 5. I actually started liking his character, but that's because he wanted to change as a person, and I was actually going to give him a chance. But then in season 6, came around, and then he went right back to being a scumbag bastard, and I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm done with your character. I don't like you no more. You could die off, and I wouldn't care.
I wouldn't either.
You know, what it was for me, to be honest, like, I don't know who, like, agrees with this, but at least for me, like, Victor, this simple with him, is, like, the first 6 seasons, I can actually mostly defend everything he does. Like, I understand the back and forth. The writing was fair enough, I'd say. The moment you lost me with his character is when he tries to kill Morgan at the sub. That and onward, I gave up at that point.
Right.
And now he's the leader.
Yeah, I really wish he died. I really do. And it's bullshit that he made it this far. He don't deserve it.
And I preferred Sarah the truck driver now over Victor.
Yeah. He just doesn't deserve all the bullshit you did, all the people that you got killed, and all the backstabbing that you did. You don't deserve to be alive. I'm sorry. You don't. You deserve to be dead in the ground.
he killed another backstabber named Wes.
Yeah. Huh.
That one I'm okay with because
right, yeah, because he was a shit character. But I wish they would have both died at the same time. They would have killed each other. That would have been way better. But then Alicia saving Kim, I was like, what are you doing? You might have lost your mind.
The moment I knew Alicia's character was ruined was by the time she was like, Morgan, I need you to help me find this place. I was like, oh, okay, it makes sense. You want to help your people and all that. That makes sense, yeah. Yeah, so we're going to use this walker covered in whatever that white crap was, and let's make sure that he leads us to the right place. I was like, wow, okay, all right, I'm done with this.
No, they should have ruined her when she started painting trees.
Yeah, that's when I was like, that episode right there, I paused the episode, and I was like, why am I still watching this show? That made me second guess myself. And when you do that, that's not good.
Oh, that 5th season felt like friggin' watching some Teletubbies or something. That was like a kid's show turning in there for a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I was just like, oh, I know why I'm watching it. Oh. I'm like this.
Just a bit of a side note, boys. Yeah, like, we got at least about another, like, 20 minutes. Like, we want to do more, but we got stuff to do tonight. But you guys good to still chill for, like, 20?
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm good.
Perfect.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, all right. Cool.
Heck yeah. Yeah, feel free. If you guys got any Q&A questions or whatever like that, feel free to ask them in the chat. We'll try to answer them as best we can.
I have nothing better to do until I go to work tomorrow.
And smash a like. I would appreciate that. Subscribe to Dan. Subscribe to MegaMatt. Links are in the description. Would appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Show them some love.
I was about to say, anybody that's here, like the video, like the stream.
And guys, I'm gonna start doing Game of Thrones reactions on my channel or reviews where I'll act out roles. I'll buy myself a Game of Thrones crown. I'll act like King Joffrey for everybody.
Yeah, we got the got the hammer right here. Actually.
Yeah, King Joffrey. I'll act just like him.
Got my. Ram.
No. Literally, I could do the voice. I was doing it a couple days ago.
Oh, I believe it.
King Joffrey.
Oh no. Say what you want to say first.
He's just. I love talking like him because people get so annoyed that I start laughing.
I wanted to say that for you, Dan and MegaMatt, I got the Negan bat, the actual Negan bat.
Here, I'll use it.
With the actual barbed wire and everything.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
It's the real deal. It's got Lucille written on it. Oh man, it's fire.
All right, I'll sound like Negan from the comics. Do I bash some Asian skulling? That's what he says in the comics.
Yep.
You know how he says in the show Ginger?
Yep.
In the comics says, "Do I bash an Asian skulling?"
I got it as a Christmas present, which I was even shocked at the moment when I was opening. I'm like, what the heck is this? And then I saw it, I'm like,
sick.
and I'm like, oh, I know what it is. And I looked at my mom, I'm like, man, you rock.
Do you want to hear another thing? Some people got mad at me about the ones who live. They go, when I said, how is Michonne going to fight people that have guns? Because Michonne can't shoot guns. Because in season 7, she tried to shoot that walker and she kept missing.
I remember how awkward it was with her too. Like in I think it was like season 5, she was like using a gun and she was like barely holding on to the gun. I was like, nah, stick to swords.
Teddy was probably the only good Ian and Andy villain. I agree with that one. He was.
I think the vultures were okay too.
He was probably the best one.
Vultures are up there too.
He was entertaining.
You know, I'll actually give credit to season 4. I do enjoy like the way they did like the timeline ahead, and you have to figure out how things happen and stuff. Like the concept and the writing with that was actually pretty cool. Just execution problems.
But do you think Dave?
Right.
Do you think Dave Erickson was slightly? No, I don't think so. But
you know, Dave Erickson. What was I gonna say? You know, I will say this. Dave Erickson. I do have a lot of respect for Dave Erickson because I mean he did work on Sons of Anarchy and stuff, which is really good. But I think. Hell, man. Yeah, he's definitely a lot better than Ian and Andrew by a long mile.
Football field, yeah.
I mean, even his bad seasons weren't as bad as Fear season. The other seasons were.
Because I will say this, like, I mean, I'm sure it's no surprise here. I've said this in many videos before. I think people slightly overhype those seasons. Although I will say this, in comparison to the other seasons, yeah, it's a lot better.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
let's see here. Ian and Andy were the reason why Madison was so shitty. Yeah,
yeah, you're
during
right.
season 8.
Yeah, you got that.
Jay Knight. I still remember when the promotional art came out for season 4 before release. There were posters that said, "Who will rise?" As like, who will rise from the flood after the dam, and they did nothing. Yeah, facts.
Do you know why they did that though?
Completely pointless. Yeah, agreed.
No,
to create the hype.
Yeah, they did it to create hype.
Yeah, to get people to come.
I wanted to see people like me. He's like, who lives after the dam exploded?
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
If it
everyone
was
did.
like changing the writers to the last minute thing. Yeah, it was.
Bro, even if, like, I don't know, man, even if, like, you were going to change showrunners, I get you can't escape that, but it's like, oh, man, at the very least, a good writer would be like, okay, in season 4, we'll do this little time skip thing, sure, but we'll do a flashback episode where we actually explain what happened to the group. Like, is that so difficult?
Yeah.
You know what was the biggest thing we were robbed of from those old showrunners was friggin' Proctor John, man. I would have loved to have seen like a biker-themed 4th season. I don't know. I feel like that would have been so cool.
Right. Yeah, and because you never seen him die, so you know you could still bring him back.
And they could have brought they could have brought back Walker back, dude.
Yeah,
he didn't die
I liked Walker's character. I mean,
he didn't die either.
He was a good character.
He's my favorite villain on Fear. So.
Yeah, he was cool.
I think the moment I had respect for them with Walker is when you just see like the guy getting his like head eaten, and he's like repeating his like sentence over and over again. I'm like, you know what? That's freaky. Like that
was disturbing. Yeah.
Jay Knight, you know what sucks? I do think they still ruined Nick in season 1 through 3. He's an adventurous young man who's found his new addiction with the apocalypse, and he became a hardened survivor. In season 4, he died, and we saw flashbacks of how he got PTSD. and was too scared to go outside of walls and such. They killed him and then butchered him in flashbacks.
Yeah, but he was only in a
That's
few
true.
episodes, so I mean, I don't think they ruined him as much as all the other characters.
That's true.
Out of the characters they ruined,
you make a fair point on that one.
out of the characters, if they ruined Nick, they barely ruined him because it was so early on.
Yeah, this is the reason why I kept telling everybody that I don't want these characters to come back. I didn't want Madison to come back. I didn't want Troy to come back. I didn't want none of them to come back.
Did you want Daniel to come back in season 5?
No.
I was more lenient then because that's season 5.
Yeah, a little bit more lenient on that character, but
after what they saw, what they did to Daniel,
those big characters, I don't give a shit. I did not want them to come back because I knew they were gonna ruin them, and they did.
I knew Troy was gonna get ruined.
I know that's exactly what they did. They ruined him. They completely ruined him.
They changed Troy's character. He was never this much of a wimp. So you should kill my wife. You killed my wife. You ruined my life. Like.
I think the moment I heard Madison was coming back, I just kind of sat there with my head down. I was like, oh, lovely. I remember, like, that night, I even made a video on it. I remember people were, like, pissed at my reaction. People were just like, oh, really? Like, you're not excited? Why aren't you excited, Dan? And I remember I'm just like, guys, they're going to ruin it. And, of course, like they always do, they ruined her.
Dude, do you remember where we were when that happened? We were coming back from Florida.
Oh, yeah.
In the car, and then I freaking looked, and you're like, Madison's coming back in Fear Season 7?
Yeah.
As a guest? And I was like, I put my head up, I was like, oh, God.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Sure should have welcome home.
They're doing it for ratings. I said, yeah, they're trying to get... I'm like, yeah, that's how you know the ratings are low. They're trying to bring her back to up those ratings.
And that's what I always said. Everything that they did it for was just for ratings. They don't give a shit about the story. They never cared. They never gave a rat's ass. It was just to make you, the one that loves the character, you watch. And as long as you're watching, they can give a damn.
Yeah, why did they name Season 6, Episode 14, Mother?
Yeah. Right.
And it's an Alicia episode.
You know...
I figured it out that they're going to keep teasing us with Madison.
And I
can't even stand the fact that they brought Madison back to begin with, but it's like, I kind of was like sitting there and I was like, you know what? We didn't see her die. It's stupid that she's back, but I'll try to just go along with this. The moment I heard Troy was coming back, I remember me and Matt were hanging out. I think, Matt, you were the one that told me about it, and I was just sitting there. I was like, nah, you're joking, right? Like, knock it off. And Matt's just like, no, dude, I'm dead serious. I'm like, what?
Yeah, because that photo leaked. It was like a set photo.
Yeah.
And friggin'...
Yeah, they had the chair. They had a chair that said Troy.
In his Season 8 look. And we were skeptical at first, but I remember, I think it was a few months later, there were, like, more leaks. We saw, like, a set chair. There was, like, just photos around, and I remember at that point, it was just, like, they straight up resurrected this man. Like, that was, like, the lowest fear went, at least in my eyes, is they brought this dude back from the dead to get ratings.
Right. And you can't argue that he did not die. They made it very obvious that he died.
Here's another thing. And he's not brain damaged or anything.
Right.
He just has a hard time seeing.
Scratch on his head. That's it.
You know, I find it so funny though. It's like literally, if you slow that footage down, which literally like people have shown this in like edits before, you can literally see them put like VFX of like blood coming out of his head. He gets like hit in the head twice.
Brain matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So he looked like a character from Squid Game.
He didn't get up after he got hit twice. He didn't move an inch.
Drowned.
The water came rushing in. There's his character, and then the dam falling on top of him. You got three freaking factors that killed his ass.
Nope.
He's dead.
But remember, in Season 8, he crawled up.
Yeah, bullshit. He did.
Did you use in Season 8? He said,
and then some people bring up, well, then how did Daniel live? That's a different story. Daniel was not injured like he was. That's the difference. He was not.
I at least appreciate Daniel. They showed him all burnt up and stuff. Like, that's enough for me to where I can understand that.
And he was on top of the dam. He wasn't in.
Yes, he was on top of the dam. I mean, he had a better chance of getting out of there. He wasn't literally knocked out, and then, in the head.
His brain was literally leaking. He looked like one of the characters from Squid Game.
Right.
That freaking fell off the glass bridge. That's what he looked like.
Yeah, he did. Exactly.
His brain was leaking.
So that's why you can argue that, yes, Daniel, that one's more believable because he was higher up. There's all kinds of other factors that kind of play into that, why his character can make it.
He died from that fucking hammer hitting.
And then even the showrunner too. I bet you if you ask the showrunner, Dave Erickson, I bet you he'll tell you Nick's dead. He died, or not Nick. Excuse me, Troy. Troy died. He died at the end.
I like how it's like they don't even show Troy getting out because they know full well that it would look absolutely terrible. So they're just like, "Yeah, Madison, it was tough. Yeah, I got myself out of there." I'm
That's
like,
what he did say that. He's like, I crawled myself out.
And from what people are saying too, that he didn't even want, he didn't. Dave Erickson didn't even want these new showrunners to touch Troy's character, and that's why he killed him in this finale. And yet here they still do it anyway.
That don't matter. No, he died in episode 15. I mean, 15, I think he died when the freaking hammer hit him that second time. I mean, when your brain's leaking, you are not alive.
No.
Or if you're alive, you're brain dead.
Right.
So you're dead anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a goner the second he got hit twice.
They don't like.
But they don't care. They don't care about logic. They just want the ratings. And guess what? You didn't get shit for ratings. So congrats.
Yeah, because by that point, fans were like, we already know what you're gonna do.
Well, I remember, it got to the point where it's like, with Madison, I already knew it was dumb. By the time Troy came back, I was just like, oh, thank goodness this is the final half, man. There is no way you can rebuild this show now.
And episodes 11 and 12 were coming out the same day.
Told us Troy was back, friggin'. I remember, we were talking about it, Dan, and friggin', we were just like, yeah, he's gonna come back. He's gonna be around for a few episodes, and they're just gonna friggin' cap him again. It'll be one and done. He's back for, the views, and then dead.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I would have preferred them just to stay gone, honestly.
Really I'm happy that show's over with, so I don't have to just watch it ever again.
Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord.
I keep hearing, people, I literally, I always hear people say, man, I really want a season 9. I'm like, man, no offense, are you out of your minds? Come on, man.
I would rather watch a World
for
Beyond
anybody that enjoyed the shitty writing. What the frick is wrong with you?
I would rather watch a World Beyond season 3 than a season 9.
Like, for real.
At this rate, I would too, because to be honest, I mean, I don't really love World Beyond that much either, but I will say this, at least season 2 was a lot better. I would take that, honestly, at this rate.
Yeah, I liked season 2. That got me, I was really invested into the story, because it really... the CRM part of it really,
I will give it this. When Jada showed up and, everything onward, especially, I did start enjoying that quite a bit.
I figured.
Nice.
Yeah, but and then I think even some of those kid characters were a little better in season 2. Like Hope.
Yeah, in particular, Elton. I thought Elton was pretty good.
Elton was pretty good. I think Hope was fine.
Yeah, there was a few characters, but
who else was in who in season 2? If I remembered, I didn't like. I know Iris.
Iris literally ruined half that show for me. I'm gonna be honest.
She was terrible.
She was terrible. She ruined that guy. What was his name?
She was so bad.
Shit, man.
Every time she was on screen, I'm like, get out of here. You
who
are
was her
shit.
boyfriend's name again? That's how much I didn't care for him.
Percy.
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 Yeah.
He was okay at one point.
He's forgettable though. That's why.
But then he fell off.
I don't give a shit because it's if you're not gonna show me his death,
but then he fell off.
You're gonna show him lying there. Why do I give a damn?
Yeah, but he fell off.
If he's irrelevant enough to kill off screen, then why should the viewer care if the writer doesn't care?
Yeah.
He fell off for me though. When he started dating
Iris.
Iris, yeah. Such a shit name. When he started dating her though, I was like, no, you lost me.
Well, another thing, you can tell a season sucks when even the directors skip over a fight sequence.
Oh yeah.
When they did that in Fear, when they totally skipped the fight scene, I was like, oh, you expect me to care?
Right. Again, shame on you fans for not getting the gist of it's not gonna get better.
But then they'll go at me.
You know what I mean? like it's the showrunners, and as long as they're there, it's gonna keep. It's
No.
it's either gonna get worse or it's gonna stay shit.
No, but they'll go.
Regardless.
But then there's other Walking Dead fans who'll go after me for not giving episode 2 the highest rating. The ones who live. They got mad at me because I gave it a 7.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know that's the biggest part I can't understand is like somebody could just have a simple opinion and people gotta bash you over. It's like, oh my god, just let people have opinions, bro.
No, they
Seriously?
said I
Come
hate
on.
the episode, and I said if I hated the episode, why did I give it a 7? That means I liked it.
Right.
Like, man, I don't care if I watch an episode of something and people give it a friggin' 10. If I think it warrants a 0, I'm gonna give it a darn 0.
Right. Exactly.
It was like a lot of people I noticed, like that 102 of Tales of the Walking Dead, the Gina and Blair.
Oh,
I
yeah.
personally think the episode's like a 0. I think it's like completely breaks the lore and all that. So,
Yeah,
like,
it takes it to another
yeah,
level.
I don't know.
It doesn't even make any sense.
No, like repeating deaths. I've heard that there's theories though, apparently, like, although I don't know if there's confirmation to it, that like it's apparently like the perspective of a walker, like they keep reliving their deaths on loop kind of thing.
You know, it would have fixed itself for me if you would have had like them walking off at the end, and it turns into reality as they're walking together as like zombies. It'd be a little corny, but at least I'd understand what the hell's going on.
Or maybe
Explanation,
here's a better explanation, is if they actually wake up from a dream. Wouldn't that be better? Huh?
Or it's in a
That
parallel
would,
universe.
the only plot hole with that is like, how do you know? Because keep in mind, they don't know what walkers are, so it's like, how do you know what walkers are doing like consistently, like what the outbreak looks like? Like it's like, man.
Or some guy from the Twilight Zone comes on there and they were just in the Twilight Zone.
It's either that
Twilight Zone episode with some of that stuff.
Yeah, it's either that or they got completely like drunk, you know what I mean, or something. But then again, they didn't really.
Hammered.
Yeah, they just got completely overhammered.
There is to me almost no way
They
to
got
fix that
friggin' like
episode.
Jim Leahy over here and friggin' just overdose on liquor.
Yeah, but at the same time, they didn't have any, at least not that we saw. So I mean, yeah, you kind of ruined that one.
That's the one show I
was trying to find that.
Tales is probably the second worst spinoff.
I was actually trying to find that comment. That comment was funny as shit.
Which one?
That comment of that lady. That was.
That was the Walking Dead one.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to find it actually, but
I'll find it for you. I just gotta go on that stream. I just gotta quickly go on that stream.
Yeah, what is that? Episode 2, right?
Episode 2, yeah. And she says, because you hate Michonne, and I said, I never hated. I said, I'm just not her biggest fan.
Oh yeah, here it is. Let's see right here, and I thought she was gonna bring up race because her profile pic. I thought she was going to, quite honestly. But she didn't. She goes, tough watch. I couldn't continue because the guy in shorts didn't give the episode a chance. I said, I mean, he enjoyed it, but isn't much of a Michonne fan. All the more reason to turn it off. This is a show about Rick and Michonne, JS. I go, I mean, I understand how you feel about it. Not everyone's going to be the biggest fan of it. I respect his opinion like I do others. So, yeah, you do you.
I never said I hated Michonne. I just said I'm not like her world's biggest stan either.
And mind you, here's the funny thing. I think she's the only one. Because the second one, I like the interest of this to be on my back end. I mean, I don't know about that one. I have asked him, what do you mean by that? I was confused. The other one, another great video. I like this new take on The Walking Dead. This episode was good.
Yeah.
Another comment, love this. So she was really the only one that hated.
Well, she hated my take on it.
Yeah, she hated your take. Yeah.
And I thought it was a good episode. I think I have issues with it, sure, but
Man, I like it. It's like you give a single bit of criticism, and it's like people gotta destroy you for it. It's like, oh my god, bro, friggin'. If I give every episode a 0, like, how does that affect your day?
I'm telling you, this is like the most brutal. Like, I don't know what it is with this like fan base here. I noticed, but like, friggin', If you check out Dan's video for his Black Summer review,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, the comments he got on that, holy frick.
He's got a lot of hateful comments.
It was ruthless.
A lot of hateful comments.
Oh yeah,
Bad.
Black Summer. I'm telling you, bro. Black Summer might be like low key the most like sensitive fan base I've ever seen. They're
No,
so.
I got another
I'm
one.
gonna say this. I actually don't, because I think I've seen up to episode 4, and then I just got sidetracked
I got
with so
another
many
one.
other things.
You know what other fan
But
bases?
I wasn't minding the show, though. I mean, I was okay with it. Like, it wasn't amazing or anything like that, but I was liking it. I mean, I liked it that it was different. It was crazy. It was wicked. It was all over the place. But I didn't mind it. I was okay with it.
I saw the Zack Snyder fan base. If you didn't like, for me, BVS, man, I got destroyed.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know, I'll say this. In terms of Black Summer, I may not be huge on it. I don't think it has like it's not irredeemable. There are tiny things I enjoy, but it's like, yeah, I remember like I released a review for that, and everybody was like, "Man, you like that mediocre Walking Dead, but you don't like this." I'm just like, how the hell does Walking Dead have anything to do with it? Like what?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, separate review altogether.
Oh yeah, seriously.
So, and I actually don't fully remember. I mean, I remember bits and pieces. So what I'm going to actually do is actually rewatch the first season and react to the episodes.
Do you know
again.
Black Summer is a spinoff of Z Nation?
That's what.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, it was like, which Z Nation I think had a lot more charm to it than Black Summer.
It
but
did.
That's just me.
Z Nation's alright, yeah. Z Nation's an alright show.
What is that?
Well, you should know what that is. That's a buzzer, obviously.
I know that was a buzzer.
I don't know why he's doing it.
They were
That
telling us
reason.
that he won. They won.
Oh, probably. That's probably. I thought he would be saying it because we're too loud, but they didn't message, so it's
The
probably that.
ones, but I don't understand why people get so angry just off of people's opinions on something they love. It doesn't ruin that. If it doesn't ruin it for you, I mean, I don't care what other people think, and I love that, but they hate it.
Right.
It don't bother me.
You're watching different reviewers, and that's what I do too. I watch different reviewers to see different takes, different opinions, to see what other people think of it. I don't expect you to have the same opinion. I mean, if you do, great. But if you don't, okay. Interesting to why you didn't like it as much, or why you such and such, whatever the reason is, But to
That's one of like those
hate
things,
on
it's
those
like,
people, it's
especially
like
reviewing a show. It's like, man, I don't know. It's like, if I'm not honest on the review, what's the point of filming the review? Like,
yeah, I agree.
Exactly.
And I'm the same way with you, Dan. Me and Mr. Heisenberg, we're the same way. We give our honest opinions. If we hate an episode or if we think it's shit,
I just don't give a crap what people think.
yeah. I mean, we're honest straight to the bone.
And that's the way to live right there, honestly, man. Frick.
Yeah.
If you have an issue with the way I like it, then frick you.
Right.
You mean nothing to me.
Facts.
I mean, not everybody's gonna like it. I mean,
You're just a loser on a keyboard that types.
I mean, you could be part of the minority that likes it. I mean, there is
Or you
that.
could be
There
in
is
the
that
majority.
niche.
Or you could be in the
Or
majority.
you could be in the majority. I mean, it just really depends on how you may like it, you may not. I mean, it just, I'm not gonna say because it definitely isn't that amazing. Black Summer, it's not that great. But I mean, I was liking it for being different. I'll say that. But I haven't seen all the other episodes. I've only gotten 4 or 3 in at most, and I don't even remember those really that well. But I mean, from what I've seen, I mean, there was characters I was kind of into a little bit, but it's not anywhere near The Walking Dead, though, by any means. Not even close. Not anywhere. In terms of
Fear lost me like a long time ago.
yeah. Same thing.
The nice
Honestly, I was actually going to stop watching season 8 because, honestly, I was at the point where I'm like, I don't even give a shit anymore.
I wanted to leave after Morgan left, and then I was like, just 6 more.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because the Dwight and Sherry episode, I was hoping for that, and then that episode was actually kind of disappointing.
Yeah, who ruined that episode for you?
Yeah, the bitch.
Dove?
Yeah, Dove, the bitch.
Oh, dude, you know what's funny? It's I like Dwight and Sherry a lot, as a matter of fact. Like, I don't get a lot of the hate that people have for Sherry, but it's like, as soon as you stick Dove in there, man, he just killed the mood completely.
It did, and then that villain was kind of that villain was just kind of ridiculous, too.
The random bandits, yeah.
Yeah, that was.
You talking about like the
stupid.
dollar store saviors? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, right.
yeah.
I always got a
it-
kick out of you got the one guy. You have like Dwight by the furnace. You got this guy like bro thinks he's Negan low key coming up to Dwight and he's like, "Yeah, make an example out of you with the other side of your face." I'm like, "You're not Negan. What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. What's up, Aaron? Welcome to the stream.
He looks like the doctor
That's the
from.
Red Wings.
He
Yes.
looks like the doctor
W.
from the Saviors.
Awesome W. Must need.
Yeah, low key.
I'm just.
Yeah, it's just
The Walking Dead's back.
that episode. Yeah, that kind of made me sad, quite honestly. But
Walking Dead's back. That's all I care.
that's right. Yeah, these two episodes, man. Episode 5 and 6. Wow, crazy.
Coming out of the wire now, man. Honestly, friggin', I hope they're as good as they look.
And again, we'll be right on the dot when episode 5 comes out at 3 a.m. Eastern. So we'll be live probably 5 to 10 minutes before the episode comes out. So
I'm just excited.
I think we'll be at your place,
Yeah,
probably.
probably.
Probably at his place. So we'll be watching it there. So you'll be watching our live reaction. And,
We might react to other shows too.
yeah, we definitely plan to. I know Breaking Bad is definitely one we need to continue. So
No, yeah, because we're on. Yeah, you're on season 3.
I'm on season 3. Yes,
That's a good season.
it's very good.
My
season.
favorite season 4.
We just got our man. He's back into making the meth again.
Yeah, he's working for my favorite character, Mr.
Yeah, that's
Frank.
right.
Mr. Frank, Dust Frank.
That's right. And he told Jesse to go piss off. And I was like, ah. I kind of laughed at that. I said, yeah, piss off. Go away.
Yeah, Gus and Mike are my favorite characters.
Yeah, I like that too. You get all mad. He's just like, what? It's like, well, I mean, you're freaking bitching at him for everything. I'm like, yeah, frick off.
No, but Jesse is a good. He's smart.
Oh no, he's great.
Smart.
He's
He's smart.
just it's just like you attacked him for everything. It's like his life turned upside down. Go away.
It is that way for now. It changes
Right.
again. Where Walt's on the bad part because Walt becomes he's an arrogant bastard.
Sure.
All right. Yeah, boys. Honestly, I wish we could do more, but
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
we
it's
have,
all good.
we have
Hey,
things to do,
I'm
me
glad-
and, Matt tonight, but
Yeah.
honestly, this was fun, boys. I hope you guys don't mind if we do more of this. To be
Oh,
honest.
definitely.
Okay.
Heck yeah. Definitely. I would love to. That would be great. And
So I gotta go pretty soon too because I gotta go to work tomorrow.
I'm glad that we were finally able to get you guys on. It was definitely fun to have a good discussion and kind of give our different opinions and all that.
And a little bit of a side note, just because I don't know, I had a good time. I actually want to do this. Look out tomorrow, Rays. I'm gonna give you a shout out on my community post if that's cool with you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. I give you
All right.
one as well. Heck yeah. Share the love around.
Hell yeah.
Exactly.
I'm all about
Oh, yeah.
that, man. I'm all about that. I'm all about sharing the love. Definitely.
All right.
I love your
Well,
content. I
yeah,
pretty much
boys,
watch. I mean, I love your
till next
content.
time.
Your content's great. I pretty much watch almost every video, practically. So,
Honestly, bro, I love the loyalty, and friggin' that's why I'm even trying to do the same with you. I'm trying to keep up with all the content you're doing and stuff.
appreciate it. Definitely. At least
Oh,
the
yeah.
shows that I'm up to date with. The other ones I've not watched only because I've not seen them, or and I just don't want to
Oh,
be spoiled
absolutely.
or whatever the reason. So that's the only reason.
All right. Well,
on those, but
yeah, you guys have a good night, and
Yeah, you
low-key,
too, man.
Keep in contact if you guys want to do another one of these, because I'd be down.
definitely. Heck
Absolutely.
yeah, definitely.
All right.
We'll keep up to
All
date.
right.
Bye.
All right, peace out, guys. Have a good one.
They were cool.
Yeah, that was really good. That was really good. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was first time with Dan Reviews and MegaMatt here on the channel. Let me know what you guys thought.
I'm
Feel
just
free
gonna get his food out so I can predict my home.
right. Leave your comments, all that good stuff. Please smash a like. I would appreciate that. They'll definitely kind of give us an invitation to do another one with them for sure. I know we definitely want to. And more in the future for sure.
One of
So,
the biggest Walking
be
Dead
great.
YouTubers.
awesome stream. Appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate you guys coming in too. And don't be shy to comment. I'd like to answer more Q&As.
I know why he's
and all
got
that.
200,000. Isn't it?
Yeah, 203.
I know why he has that. Because he's honest. He's real.
Right.
People don't want these. Not everybody wants these fake liars.
That's
just
right.
give every just.
Yeah, he's about up there. He's about neck and neck almost with Movie Idol. That's crazy.
And I like Movie Idol too because he's honest too.
Yeah, he is, and he's about 250 or so.
Trev's losing it though.
Yeah, Trev. I mean, I'm still sub to the man, and he's liking the ones who live too. I only watch one.
But everybody likes the ones who live.
Right, and but his sub account has been going down. So, yeah. Was fun, boys. Heck yeah. So, definitely check their channels out. Links are in the description. Show them some love. And we'll definitely do another one for sure in the future. So,
and I'm into
stay tuned
people.
for that.
I'm into people that are honest.
Yeah.
See, I don't have a problem if you disagree with me.
Yeah.
You just gotta talk. You say something nice. Not in there. I can't watch. I can't handle those. But if you're honest and nice to me and just say, hey, I disagree with you, man, we can have a great discussion.
That's right. And that's what we want. We want to get some different people on here, to and not just. I mean, we always like the same people, of course, but it is more fun if we get different people on here. It kind of makes the discussion that much more fun. Like hell, that'd be awesome. We get Movie Idol on here. That'd be lit.
Yeah, the one thing I did like about Dan, even though he liked the episode more than me, but we could still. I got why he gives it a higher rating than me. I don't have an issue.
Right.
But I can't stand those people that give it a higher rating, but then just trash on everything you say about it. And they're like, you're trash. And then there's me. And then that gets me angry, and then I start raging.
But the nice thing is he's not like that.
Yeah, we had a nice discussion on it. We're like, yeah, I see your point.
Right.
And I always saw his point.
Yeah. Yeah, we can see each other's points and kind of hash
That's
out.
a nice discussion. Then maybe it might make me see it a little differently.
Sure.
But when you just sit there trashing on me, then it gets me angry.
Yeah.
And discussion's over at that point.
Right. Yeah, you destroy it at that point. For sure. So, but it was definitely great to have him on. That was awesome. And it was nice to actually just have a fluid conversation. I mean, that's really what it was.
We started talking about fear.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We kind of had to bring it up a little bit. I definitely wanted to kind of hear their take a little bit on some of the stuff. Yeah, on call. It was kind of hilarious.
I'll say this: he has became one of my favorite Walking Dead YouTubers. Dan Reviews. Yeah. I never watched the other guy, MegaMatt. Never really watched him.
No, MegaMatt's kind of a new one.
I'm gonna start.
But meeting him on here, that was a good impression. Very good impression.
I'm gonna start. But Dan's Reviews, he's one of the best Walking Dead YouTubers, even though I disagree with some stuff he says. Yeah. But people have a right to disagree. Yeah. It's a show. This ain't real life, people. People that get all worked up because you don't like a fictional show. Right. You are lame. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. I call those lame-os.
Yeah, and I give Dan credit also, too. When he's got haters attacking him, he freaking goes right at him.
That's the same
It's he freaking calls them bastards right out.
I don't care either.
You don't give a shit. You don't care. He's like, it ain't going to hurt me.
Yeah, it's like I told him, I don't give a frick. These people are freaking low.
Right. That's right.
They mean nothing to me.
That's right.
I'm trying to tell you some of you people this. You are nothing to me. You're a YouTuber.
Eats last several years of The Walking Dead is just that good. Let's be honest, the ones who live eats last several years of The Walking Dead, it's just that good. Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah, 100%.
I think this and Daryl Dixon is what's bringing me back.
Yeah, because of the quality. It's a good story.
But yeah, and
good quality.
I like quality. People get me smacked. I make fun of these.
I know. It's great. It's great. It's comical.
I deal with them at work too.
That's right.
Nah, not for Walking Dead, but I'm talking like other stuff. You hate the Game of Thrones series finale?
Yeah.
So damn right I do.
Yeah.
I hate the final season. Let's be honest.
Right.
And I think, but thank you, I'm House of the Dragon. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Is it better than Game of Thrones? Peak Game of Thrones? No. Peak Game of Thrones? No, I don't think it's peak seasons. Seasons 3, 4, 5, I think I consider peak. 6 is good, but I don't consider that peak. Like a lot of people consider it peak, but GOAT.
Yeah.
The GOAT. That's season 4 to me. Season 4 is the GOAT. But, yeah, I mean... That's why I like discussing things with people. I'm into that. Even if you like an episode or a show, movie that I didn't care for,
Right.
man, I love talking to the person who liked it. Because maybe we'll see some... Because maybe you found other things... Because people say I'm too critical on things, and it is true. I'm very critical. I'm more critical than he is.
Yeah, that's.
I look at things differently. I like to look.
But that's what makes him great because it's a different perspective on how he looks on things, and I think that's great.
I'm quite critical.
I respect that fully.
People get to the point I sometimes nitpick.
You're right.
Sometimes I do nitpick because I'm so critical. I'm like, yeah, this is false, fictional, false.
I think you were way better than what's his name off of Angry Joe Reviews. The critical
I ain't that critical.
No, yeah, I was gonna say he's another freaking level. He's way too critical. I always forget his name. But he's the critic.
I think when I watch a show, I want to see some sense of realism in it.
Right.
It was like, but it's a fictional world. You can do anything. I disagree. I want some sense of logic in that world. And you can build up the logic over time, but eventually there has to be, that's the one thing, Walking Dead is our world, other than zombies exist. That's the only difference. Game of Thrones, I'm a little more lenient on different things going on, because it is such a magical world. There's more magic. So I'm more lenient.
That's right.
Than Walking Dead, because Walking Dead is our world, other than zombies.
Right. Mario, I thought Fear Season 4, 5 was watchable. Season 6 was unexpected of how well some parts were, but Season 7 through 8 threw all that into water.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
to a point. 4 and 5 are watchable.
Yeah.
I'm about to go home.
So, The Sanctuary was very inaccurate. Yeah, that's also true about that episode, yep. Percy was awful. Ha! Yeah. There's no scenario where 102 of Tails makes sense. Yeah, of the jumping in the water. Yeah, I agree.
Right. No, of Tails 102.
Oh, Tails. Yes. That's right.
That's the fucking time travel
apologies.
episode.
Yeah, my apologies.
The Groundhog's Day episode.
Yeah.
I just call it Groundhog's Day episode because I forgot those characters.
Yeah, literally.
I just call it Groundhog's Day. Dan remembered the names more than I do, or was it MegaMatt? I just call it Groundhog's Day episode.
Yeah.
That's how much that episode reminds me of Groundhog's Day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I just call it Groundhog's Day.
It's literally a repeat.
I'm about to go, so.
Well, appreciate you coming on over and being part of it. Well, yeah.
I'm sorry I couldn't be in the stream.
Yeah, right.
I already told you I was probably gonna go watch Ghostbusters.
Right.
Most likely.
Save that for the weekend. But.
Yeah, the one thing is just Dan is a good guy.
Yeah. He was great to have in. Definitely.
I like those types of YouTubers, even though they're bigger. They don't have an ego.
No.
He was a real...
And he's not letting the ego get to him either.
That's why I like
And Mr. Epic over there thinks he is.
How does he have an ego when he has...
Yeah, literally.
no subs?
He literally did. He said that at the very end of the episode. He's just like, you know what? I think I know what it is. He goes, it's the number of subs he has. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, no, it is not. He's just like, it's getting to his head. It's making him not give a shit about people. I'm like, oh my god.
I see that. I sense different.
Dan is great. I comment sometimes on his videos. He has great takes. Yeah, you'll see my comments on
One thing I do notice about him, though, and I'll say this. He is a person I root for.
Yeah.
Because he's a YouTuber who treats this, because he cares about his channel. He ain't doing it for the money. No. Just the money. I can't stand those YouTubers who just do it for money. Right. I mean, he's probably... I assume he's getting paid.
Oh, he's doing actually pretty good, actually.
That's what I'm saying. I assume he's getting paid.
He's
getting paid more than you do.
Oh, yeah. Without a question.
But again,
he's like 30 to 100K. Something like that.
But I don't care that he's
something
getting...
Like that.
I just... But my point is, he's not just doing it for the payday.
No.
I mean, he probably uploads a lot because he is getting paid. Because it probably is becoming more of a career for him.
It is. Yeah.
I'm not, but like I
more
said,
of a job now. At
but
this
he's,
point.
but he's very, but he ain't.
He's
but he ain't,
passion.
Yeah,
Got a passion for it.
but he's not sitting there. Yeah, just pay me money, guys. Come on. I don't like those YouTubers. I
Right.
can't stand them.
That's right.
Because they're fake.
That's right. That's why we're trying to keep it real for you guys too. But the support does go a long way, and it does keep us doing it for sure. So,
I mean, there is things
we kind of look at that.
If it's something I don't like, but you're paying me money, I'll keep doing it more.
Right.
In a way, because you're making me like.
Yeah.
It does help. It does help.
You know, and so in our case, because of the struggles and everything like that, the payment is definitely keeping us going for it without a question. But we definitely do want to keep going. We don't want to stop doing it because we enjoy making the content. We have a fun time doing these types of things with you guys and stuff
There's
like
some
that.
things he likes. I'm not probably though.
Yeah, and we definitely want to keep going. And the moving out is coming closer and such like that. So obviously the scenery and everything like that will be different, and the setup will be different. Hopefully the quality, we'll shoot for that to be better.
All right, I'm going.
And
I'm leaving.
everything like that. So
But that's one thing I do like about Dan.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
That's what makes that epic video even more in poor taste.
It does.
And
of course he deleted it, as you can go figure.
Because talking to him, I mean, you can tell a person by talking to them on how they treat smaller channels.
Right.
Because when you do collab, you got to think, what is that other channel going to do for you? I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to partner up with a channel that ain't going to do for me. I mean, oh, you got 0 subs? Oh. Why should we collab?
Right.
I mean, because you got to do kind of think, like,
Oh yeah.
that person does have to help you out in a way, too.
Yeah.
But you don't seem like he's just doing it for that.
No, not at all. And neither me to him, I mean, I appreciate the shout out. Thank you very much. I'm gonna do the same right back. I'm all about giving the love back. That's how we do it here. So definitely do check him out. Subscribe to Mr. Heisenberg. That's part of the 4K subscriber giveaway, by the way, going forward. For the consoles. So if you want to enter the consoles for that giveaway, you got to be subscribed. You got to be subscribed to Mr. Heisenberg here. If you're curious, his channel is in the description, like always, in every stream. So
I'm gonna start uploading more videos on my channel.
So subscribe to him.
I'm gonna do a Game of Thrones review and just.
He made a short. You'll see the short.
It just has no name.
Yeah, it has no name because he didn't put a title on it. Because it's Mr. Heisenberg. You don't give a shit.
And
he's got 6 subs, so just an FYI.
You can tell I don't give a crap.
No.
On freaking thumbnails, I'm flipping the camera off.
Yeah. That's what makes it more entertaining. It just flips you guys off.
Or when I went to the channel, I say, "What's up, bitches?"
Yeah.
I don't care what people think. I really don't. People think I do care.
Dan is literally a cool dude. Me and Dan made amends, and it shows how wrong Epic was about him and MegaMatt. I have Dan and Mags back. I look forward to supporting them once again because it's been so long. Oh, so you did actually DM them and kind of hash things out. Well, that's great. I'm glad for it.
Even Walker did. I think it's growing.
That's great because I mean they are really good guys, and and like I said, they ignored Epic because of what he was doing on our channel, and he saw what he was doing on our channel, and that's why he just didn't.
Did he say that?
Yeah. I mean, that's what he stated out, pretty much. Like, he didn't want nothing to do with Epic because of what Epic did. And because he attacked us.
Epic uses people.
Yeah, he does.
He does. He's sitting there. He's that little scab that's just... You gotta text him 24/7.
Yeah.
If you don't do it, he's gonna get rage.
And then he'll bitch at your opinion and be like, oh, you're not hating enough. Oh, you're hating too much. Or, oh, you love every episode. How dare you?
But Morgan, whose channel is he on all the time now? Brian, stop.
Yeah. Well, because he was mad at Brian for having Dan and MegaMatt in there.
Brian, you...
No, because Brian is too...
Brian, your channel would be better if you quit doing stuff with Epic. He's tearing your channel.
He's too nice to him. That's the problem.
He feels bad for him.
Yeah, that's probably it.
I mean,
I don't want to say hate on Brian because
I'm not hating on Brian. I'm just saying it.
No, I'm just saying me personally. No hate on you.
I hate on Brian.
None whatsoever.
Even though you did ban me. on your Discord a couple years ago.
But I do think, that, he did it to himself. That's why he's not allowed back on here. And I could give a damn to talk to him again, quite honestly. Because I really don't. But
You just thought that MegaMatt wanted to defend Dan.
I made that stream because...
You're doing it to defend Dan's and...
Right, and they did appreciate it. They did DM me, and they did watch the stream. And they fully respected and appreciated that I did that.
He commented on the video. Did. So, I mean, you can...
Yeah, so he really appreciated that. So
I saw the stream.
And you're welcome, So... So yeah, I backed him up because none of what he said was true, and obviously that was proven because what did Epic do? He deleted the video.
No, plus I know it's even more false now. Talking to him.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell a person by talking to him if they're sitting there, and he was nice to us. He respected our opinions.
Right.
I respect a person that way.
Yeah, for sure.
Man. If he had 1 million subs, man, I'm still. I mean, I want him to have 1 million subs.
Yeah.
That's how great he is.
Yeah, and I have faith that if he continues to keep going down the path he's going, I think he'll do it. I really do.
One thing I judge success on: don't ever let it change you.
Right.
People, don't ever.
Yeah.
Because that success can go away in minutes. Just look at Shane Dawson. Look at Jake Station.
Yeah.
Look at them. They're nothing now. Their success ended in seconds.
Right.
Don't ever let it change you because you can lose your success in seconds.
So, and that's why I never unappreciate every support you guys. I always appreciate it every bit, every possible way. So.
That's just something I tell people in general. Don't ever let your little success you do have change you.
Right.
Because it can go away.
That's right.
It doesn't last forever.
That's right.
When you lose it, and if you treat people well, they'll help you back up. If you don't, you can burn. They'll let you burn.
That's right. That's right. So we're gonna keep on striving, keep on grinding. So, but yeah, hit that like button. I would appreciate it. Mr. Heisenberg's gonna get on going here. He had to leave his house for a few hours. That's why he ended up coming over here. So,
because I was originally going to be on call.
Yeah, he was originally going to be on call, obviously, like usual. But this was one of those special moments that we were able to get him here. Obviously, in the future, when we do move out, he'll probably be on every Thursday stream, pretty much. And he'll be in person, most likely. I mean, obviously, as long as he's not working, that is. But he'll be in person on those streams because we're in the same place, so obviously.
So yeah, I'll call on when we're in the same house.
Yeah.
That'd just be stupid.
Yeah, because that makes sense, right?
That'd just be stupid.
But yeah, so I mean, and reaction streams will be a little bit more consistent, relatively, and content will be more often as well, probably. So.
And you have better content too.
Yeah, better content too. Yeah. So it'll be crazy. It'll be crazy fun.
When we move out, we'll just improve.
Yeah, yeah. I only plan to improve everything, especially the way we stream too, because I would like to stream from my PC.
I'm gonna let you.
And I'll be able to do
then I'm leaving.
so much more. So yeah, you go ahead and do that. That's back as well too, and I have their backs as well. And then my channel, the channel will continue to grow. Yes, definitely. So appreciate the new subs. Thank you. Welcome over his army. If you want extra special content, if you want to become a member to help support the channel, would appreciate that very much. Link is in the description. Different tiers. Soldier, you'll get extra streams on a weekly basis. A couple, depending, relatively. And then if you become a general, you'll get extra streams and extra videos. And those videos are only for the generals. So just an FYI, if you are interested and you would like more extra content that nobody else gets, it's just for the members only. So just an FYI. Appreciate it nonetheless. And thanks you guys for the support. Smash a like. I would appreciate it very much. Subscribe to all our channels. Links for everything in the description. Social medias. All that good stuff. Slowly still doing the giveaways. I should be able to end it here in the next day. Finish off the rest of the first giveaway, the 2K subscriber one. So that should be wrapping up here, and then I'll be getting on to the 2.5K. And then once that's done, we'll start the 3K. But just stick around, continue to support, and yeah. So appreciate you guys sticking around though. Much love. And thanks again, Dan and MegaMatt, for being in the stream. Hot diggity dog. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Over here, signing out. Peace. This is gonna be it for tonight. Because I'm gonna get some sleep. So that'll be one of the things that I'm gonna do here. And eat my food. So and we'll have more fire content tomorrow night. So stay tuned. Anyways. Whenever I get some money, I'll renew my membership on the channel. Oh, okay. No worries.
Yeah, guys, if you cannot have a membership because you don't make enough money,
yeah, no worries.
Don't go ahead. It's not that big of a deal.
No worries. Whenever you're able to, our goal is that if we could hit 30, that'd be awesome. That'd be appreciated. You know what I mean? Just kind of set ourselves some goals. That'd be.
Is this yours? How many pizzas did you get? 2?
I got the meal, I believe. So 2 taco supremes.
Oh, this is mine.
That might be yours too, actually, because it's the same container.
I thought you got pizza.
Yeah, I got a Mexican pizza, but it also came with 2 taco supremes.
Let me see if this is a pizza, though. I think it is. Ding ding, it is.
Okay. Oh, okay. Wow, they actually changed their box, didn't they?
You got 2 tacos with it?
Yeah, 2 taco supremes or whatever.
Ding ding.
Ding ding. There you go. It was part of the meal. So.
Mine.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's our goal. 30. If we can crush that, that'd be awesome. Maybe we might do a big giveaway.
Alright, I'm
that.
leaving.
So, anyways, I didn't do that update stream for anybody curious, because situation happened. So.
Plus, he needs to go to sleep sooner than I do because he got to be up.
Yeah. So, and we're supposed to get lovely snow. Yay. So.
I hope we don't. I don't think we will.
I'm betting on it. Knowing me that I got to drive in it, it's gonna snow. I just hope that I get a bunch of cancellations.
Alright, I'm leaving.
Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow night with more car content. I'll probably have the update video for your generals uploading tonight, so watch out for that.
Alright, bye guys.
Peace out. Like, subscribe.